Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Ishavasyam Idam Sarvam Yatkincha Jagatyam Jagat Kena Tyaktena Bunjita Magrirakasya Siddhanam Kurvane Beha Karmani Jijivishekshatam Samaha Evam Tvainanyate Tosti Na Karma Lipyate Nare Asurya Namate Loka Andena Tamasavritaha Tamste Kritya Vigashanti Yeke Chapma Anojanaha Anejadekam Manaso Jadiyo Naina Deva Abduhan Purvam Marshat Tadhavato Jnanat Yeti Tishta Tasminapo Matarishra Datati Tadejati Tanaijati Tadure Tadvantike Tadantarasya Sarvasya Taru Sarvasyasya Bhayataha Yastu Sarvani Bhutani Atmaneva Nupashyati Sarva Bhuteshu Chatmanam Tato Na Vijagupsate Yasmin Sarvani Bhutani Atmaiva Gudvijanataha Tatra ko mohaka shoka ekatvam anupashyataha saparya gachukram makayam avranam asnaviram shuddham apapavidham kalir manishi paryapu swayambur yatha yatyatotan yadadashyaspatibhya samabhyaha Andam tama pravishyanti ye vidyam upasate tato puya ivate tamo yahu vidyayam rataha anyareva hurvidyaya anyarahur vidyaya iti shushu madhiranam yenastad vichachakshire Vidyam cha yas tadvedo vayam saha avidyaya vritum tirtva vidyayam vritamashnyate andam tama pravishyanti ye sambhutim upasate tato bhuya ivate tamo yahu sambhutyam rataha Anyarevahur sambhavat Anyarahura sambhavat Iti shushu madhiranam Yenastad vichichakshire Sambhutim cha vinasham cha yastad vedo vayam saha vinashena mritum tirtva sambhutyam mritam ashnute hiranmayena patrena satyasya vihitam mukham tattvam pushana pavranu satyadharmaya drishtaye Pusham nikarshe yamasurya prajapatya yuharasmin samuha tejo yate rupam kalyanatamam tate pashami yosavasau purusha sohamasmi vayuranilam amritam atenam bashvantam shariram Om Kratos Smara Kritam Smara Kratos Smara Kritam Smara Agnenaya Supataraya Sman Vishvani Deva Vayunani Vidvan Yuyodyasmastu Hadranameno Uyishtam Te Nama Uktim Vidhema Shri Ishupanishad Sampurnam Hare Om Vacho Vegam Manasa Krodha Vegam Jihva Vegam Udarapasta Vegam Etan Vegam Yo Vishaheta Dhira Sarvamapi mam pritivim nasishyat Vyasuvacha iti samvrishna samvrishto viprana. From the top. What? Okay. Pravaktum upachakrame sutuvacha yam pravajantam anupetam apeta krityam dvaipayano viraha karatara ajuhava putreti tanmayataya taravo binedus samsarva bhutam hridayam munemanatosmi Swanubhavam akila shuti saramekam Adhyatma deepam atitirshatam tamondam Samsarinam karunayaha puranakuyam Samsarjunam upayami guru muninam Narayanam namaskritya Naram chaiva narotamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayed Munaya Sadhu Prishtoham Bhavad Vir Lokamangalam Yat Kripa Krishna Sambhashno Yenatma Suprasidati Savai Pum Samparo Dharmo Yato Bhakti Radhoksaje Ahaitukiya Pratiyata Yayatma Suprasidati Asudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojita Janayat Yashuvairagyam Gyanam Chayadahaitukam Dharma Swanustita Pumsam Vishvaksena Katasuya Notpada Yed Yadiratim Shrama Eva Hikevalam Dharmasya Yapavargasya Nartortayupakalpate Darsasya Dharmaikantasya Kamolabhaya Hismitaha Kamasya Nendriya Pritir Labo Jiveta Yavata Jivasya Tattva Jignasya Narto Yashche Hakarmabhi Vadanti Tat Tattva Vidas Tattvam yajganamadvayam Brahmeti paramatmeti Bhagavaniti shabdyate Tachstradadhana munayo Gana vairagya yuktaya Pashyantyatmani chatmanam Bhakta Shuta Grihitaya Tatmbir Dvija Shreshta Varna Shrama Vibhagasha Swanustistasya Dharmasya Samsadir Haritoshanam Kekena Manasa Bhagavan Sattva-tampati Shotavya Kirtitavyascha Dyeya Pujascha Nityada Yad Anudyasina Yukta Karma Granti Nibandhanam Chindanti Kovidastasya Kona Kuryat Kataratim Shushusho Shudhadanasya Vasudeva Katarichi Syan Mahatsevaya Vipra Punyatirtha Nishevanad Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridyantaksto Hyabhadrani Vidhunoti Suhritsatam Nashta Praeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavat Yuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Tadarajastamo Bhava Kama Loba Dayaschaye Cheta Iter Anavidham Sitam Sattve Prasidati Evam Prasanna Manaso Bhagavad Bhakti Yogataha Bhagavat Tattva Vijnanam Mukta Sanghasya Jayate Vidyate Hridaya Grantish Chijante Sarva Samshaya Shiyante Chasya Karmani Drishta Eva Manishvare Ato Vai Kavayo Nityam Bhaktim Paramaya Mudha Asudeve Bhagavati Gurvantyatma Prasadanim Sattvam Rajastama Iti Prakritir Gunastar Yukta Para Rusha Eka Ihasyadate Stityadaye Harivarinshi Hariti Samya Sheyam Sitatra Kalu Sattva Tanur Niramsu Partivadharano Dumas Tasmadagnistrayimayaha Tamasastu Rajastasmat Sattvam Yad Brahmadarshanam Bejire Munayo Tagre Bhagavantam Batoksajam Sattvam Vishuddham Shemaya Kalpante Yenutan Iha Mumukshavo Gora Rupan Babhuta Patinata Narayana Kalashanta Bhajanti Yanasuyava Rajastama Prakritaya Samashila Bhajanti Vai Pitrir Bhuta Prajeshadin Shri Aishvarye Prajepshavaha Vasudevara Veda Vasudeva Paramakaha Vasudeva Para Yoga Vasudeva Parakriyaha Vasudeva Param Jnanam Vasudeva Param Tapaha Vasudeva Paro Dharmo Vasudeva Paragati Sa Evedam Sasarjagre Bhagavanatma Mayaya Sarasadrupaya Chaso Gunamaya Guno Vidu Taya Vilashite Shreshu Guneshu Gunavaniva Antak Pravishta Abhati Vrijnanena Vrajimbrita Yata Yavihito Vanir Darushveka Sayonishu Naneva bhati vishvatma bhuteshu cha tatapuman asau gunamayir bhavir bhuta sukshmendriyatmabi swanirmiteshu nirvishto bhukte bhuteshu tadgunan bhavayat yesha satvena lokan vailoka bhavana Lilavataran Rurato Devahiryandaradishu Iti Srimad Bhagavate Mahapurane Paramahamsyam Samitayam Pratamaskande Naimishiyo Pakyane Dvitiyo Dhyayaha Hari Om Krishna, 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 Hey. Krishna, 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 Hey. Krishna, 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 Rakshamam. Krishna, 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 Pahimam. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Rakshama. Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava, Pahima. Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava, Pahimam. Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava, Pahimam. Mom, 3, 2, 1. Krishna! 3, 2, 1. Krishna! 3, 2, 1. Krishna! We're continuing our reading of the Krishna book, and if this page is marked to indicate where we're starting, then we're at chapter 1, the Advent of Lord Krishna. Are you ready to hear? Yes. Go like this just for a sec. Okay. Now I know you're ready to hear. The Advent of Lord Krishna. Once, the world was overburdened by the unnecessary defense force of many different kings who were actually demons, but were posing themselves as the royal order. At that time, the whole world became perturbed, and the predominating deity of this earth, known as Bhumi, went to see Lord Brahma to tell of her calamities due to the demoniac kings. Bhumi assumed the shape of a cow and presented herself before Lord Brahma with tears in her eyes. She was bereaved and was weeping just to invoke the Lord's compassion. She related that the calamitous position of the earth And after hearing this, Lord Brahma became much aggrieved, and he at once started for the ocean of milk where Lord Vishnu resides. Lord Brahma was accompanied by all on the shore of the milk ocean. Lord Brahma was accompanied by all the demigods, headed by Lord Shiva, and Bhumi also followed. Arriving on the shore of the milk ocean, Lord Brahma began to pacify Lord Vishnu, who had formerly saved the earthly planet by assuming the transcendental form of a... In the Vedic mantras, there is a particular type of prayer called Purusha Sukta. Sahasra Shisha Purushaha Sahasraksa Sahasrapat Sabhuming Vishvato Vritvat Atyatishtat Sangulam. Generally, the demigods offer their obeisances unto Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by chanting the Purusha Sukta. It is understood herein that the predominating deity of every planet can see the Supreme Lord of this universe, Brahma, whenever there is some disturbance on his planet. And Brahma can approach the Supreme Lord Vishnu not by seeing him directly, but by standing on the shore of the ocean of milk. There is a planet within this universe called Shweta Dweep, and on that planet there is an ocean of milk. It is understood from various Vedic literatures that just as there is an ocean of salt water on this planet, there are various kinds of oceans on other planets. Somewhere there is an ocean of milk, somewhere there is an ocean of oil, and somewhere there are oceans of liquor and many other types of liquids. The Purusha Sukta is the standard prayer which the demigods recite to appease the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shira Dakshaya Vishnu. Because he is lying on the ocean of milk, he is called Shira Dakshaya Vishnu. He is the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead through whom all the incarnations within this universe appear. After all the demigods offered the Purusha Sukta prayer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they apparently heard no response. Then Lord Brahma personally sat in meditation, and there was a message transmission from Lord Vishnu to Brahma. Brahma then broadcast the message to the demigods. That is the system of receiving Vedic knowledge. The Vedic knowledge is received first by Brahma from the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the medium of the heart. As stated in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam, Taini Brahma Hridaya Arikavaye. The transcendental knowledge of the Vedas was transmitted to Lord Brahma through the heart. Here also, in the same way, only Brahma could understand the message transmitted by Lord Vishnu, and he broadcast it to the demigods for their immediate action. The message was this: the Supreme Personality of Godhead would appear on the earth very soon, along with his supreme powerful potencies. And as long as he remained on the earth's planet to execute his mission of annihilating the demons and establishing the devotees, the demigods should also remain there to assist him. They should all immediately take birth in the family of the Yadu dynasty, wherein the Lord would also appear in due course of time. The Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, Krishna, would personally appear as the son of Vasudeva. Before his appearance, all the demigods, along with their wives, should appear in different pious families in the world, just to assist the Lord in executing his mission. The exact word used here is tat priyartam, which means the demigods should appear on the earth in order to please the Lord. In other words, any living entity who lives only to satisfy the Lord is a demigod. The demigods were further informed that Ananta, the plenary portion of Lord Krishna, who is maintaining the universal planets by extending his millions of hoods, would also appear on earth before Lord Krishna's appearance. They were also informed that Lord Vishnu's external potency, Maya, with whom all the conditioned souls are enamored, would also appear by the order of the Supreme Lord just to execute his purpose. What does the word enamored mean? E-N-A-M-O-R-E-D. Enamored. For 25 points. Now we'll hear from our research department. They're hard at work, 24 hours a day. The verdict, please. Enamored. Spell it. Don't look. Spell it. Enamored. Okay, let's hear the definition.
Krishna? Hare Krishna, okay. Enamored, it means to inflame with love, charm, captivate. It's from Old French.
Say it and we'll repeat.
Enamored.
Enamored.
To inflame with
To
love.
inflame.
With love.
With love.
Charm.
Charm.
Captivate.
Captivate.
And it comes from Old French, enamorer.
Old French, enamorer.
Which means to fall in love with.
To fall in love with.
Or to inspire love.
To inspire love. Is that it?
Yes.
Somebody use enamored in a sentence. Volunteer. Here, I'll read the sentence over it, and then you can do a sample, another sentence emulating what I'm saying. What does emulate mean? What does emulate mean? Spell it. And what does it mean? That's enamor. Emulate. For 20 points. Okay, read the translation. We'll call our research department. Research department, can you tell us what the word emulate means?
Emulate is a verb, and it means to strive to equal.
Emulate is a verb.
Which means to strive.
Which means to strive.
To equal.
To equal.
Or excel in qualities or actions.
Or excel in qualities or action.
And it comes from Latin emulatus.
It comes from Latin emulatus.
Which means to rival.
Means to rival. Okay, here it is again. Are you ready? Okay, only 3 people are ready. Everybody else, cover your ears. They were also informed. They were also informed that Vishnu's external potency. Work with me, people. They were also informed that Vishnu's external potency, with whom all the conditioned souls are, would also appear by the order of the Supreme Lord just to execute his purpose. What does enamored mean? Somebody, an individual. We take individuals. Who would like to say? Go ahead, Ritvik.
To fall in love with something.
Okay. Any other thoughts? Yes, go ahead. You go ahead, because you got the best hair. Okay, what else? Yes.
To deeply fall in love.
Yeah, enamor. And where does it come from? Where's the word come from? Give her the mic. Old French. Can you speak Old French?
No.
I wouldn't be surprised. Go ahead. Say more about it. What does it mean in Old French? Give us a refresher. Old French, enamor means... Somebody look in Chat GPT. I want to know more about it.
In Old French, it means...
Literally, look it up.
To fall in love with or to inspire love.
Okay. And the Old French?
In the old French, it means to fall in love with or inspire in love.
Okay. And what's the word?
Enamored.
And how do you spell it? Enamored.
E-N-A-M-O-R-E-D.
20 points. What does emulate mean? And where does it come from? 1, 2.
It means to like match, and it comes from the word, the origin Latin, which meant to rival or rivalry.
Very good. What a memory. 20 points. Would you like to hear another paragraph? But just one more, right? After instructing and pacifying all the demigods as well as Bhumi with sweet words, Lord Brahma, the father of all Prajapatis, or progenitors of the universal population, departed for his own abode, the highest material planet called Brahmaloka. Say a verse from Bhagavad Gita that has the word Brahmaloka in it for 20 points. Individuals, you take individuals. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Go ahead.
Abrahma bhuvanaloka punaravartinorjuna ma mupetyatu kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate.
Means?
From Brahma to the Abrahma bhuvanaloka to the lowest ant, there is repetition of birth and death. Ma mupetyatu kaunteya. But if you come to me, punarjanma, there is no rebirth for you.
Pretty good. I don't know about the ant part, but from the highest planet Brahmaloka down to the lowest planet Patala. That's from the Kevala Namashtakam. I do that all the time. I cross one verse and another. So, yeah, from the highest planet down to the lowest planet, it's certified. A place of trouble is Dukalayam. It's a very difficult place. Okay, one more paragraph. Okay, 2 people said yes. Everybody else cover your ears. Here we go. The leader of the Yadu dynasty, King Shurashena, was ruling over the country known as Mathura, wherein lies the city of Mathura, as well as the district of Shurashena, which was named after him. On account of the rule of King Shurashena, Mathura became the capital city of all the kings of the Yadus. Mathura was also made the capital of the kings of the Yadu dynasty because the Yadus were a very pious family and knew that Mathura is the place where Lord Sri Krishna lives eternally, just as he also lives in Dwarka. How many people want to go to Mathura? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, everyone's go. Who wants to go to the city of Vrindavan? Who wants to go to the Madan Mohan temple in Vrindavan? Who wants to go to Imlital? Who knows what Imlital is? Huh? It's a tamarind tree. You know who used to sit under the tamarind tree? And what did he do under the tamarind tree? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Be like Lord Chaitanya. Okay, now we need a special way to mark this, so I need my black bag because I have a little sticker. Now here's a power tip. Are you ready for a power tip? Is my black bag around? In my black bag, I have these little flags that you can buy from Office Depot, if you can find an Office Depot these days. And people use them to mark documents. Thank you. And I just happen to have one right here. Are you ready? Yes. Green flag. Green flag goes on Krishna book, right where we left off. And you'll notice so now, when you're reading and you have to go to attend to pot of milk boiling over in the stove, you put your sticker here. Now, do you want me to go further and tell you insider tricks? Yes. All right. If you get 2 stickers, and they come in packets of more than 2, you can put one back on the back of the book. And what I like to do is on each sticker, you can write with a Sharpie the number of pages that you're going to read each day. So how many pages would you say you'd like, just as hazard a guess of what would be a good number? 2. You said 2. That's better. 2 pages. So let's say you have this little sticker and you write on it, you put a 2 on here, right? Say yes. And then on this other one, you put an arrow. So you have these 2 stickers. So now when you start your day, you take the one that says 2 on it and you move it 2 pages ahead like this, 1, 2, and you put it there. And then you have one with an arrow. You put that one on the back of your book like this. And let's say you get to 1 page, you haven't finished, so you turn the page and you got somebody disturbs your reading, and you then move it to wherever you were, and now you're still in the game because you got one that says here and one that says where you're going. If you do this with all your books and you have a goal for how far you're going to read each day, then you'll be very inspired, because sometimes you forget to read or you read a little bit, but if you stay consistent, then there's a saying that is profound in my opinion, and it goes like this: be a sage, page by page. And one day I realized when I was reading a book of this size, can you tell how thick that page is? Can anybody measure it with a ruler? It's so thin you can't even measure it, right? But miraculously, if you make a number and you just keep going through, you'll notice that you make progress. It's very much like spiritual life. Every day you do a tiny little bit. How bit? How small? As thin as a little page. Tiny bit, that's right. Let's keep our nomenclature parallel. That thin, if you keep doing it every day, little bit, even if it's 2 pages or 1 page a day, you'll notice after a while that you're that far along. And miraculously, and contrary to what the Greek philosopher Zeno said, is that you can never get anywhere because there are an infinite number of halfway points before you get to the end point. Didn't Zeno say that? But you can defeat Zeno's philosophy by just keeping going, because at one time you'll come to the very end of the book and all the pastimes of Krishna will then be in your heart. And when you go to sleep at night, you'll be thinking about Putana and how Krishna killed her and then gave her liberation. You'll be thinking about who else? Who? Trinavarta. Who else? Bakasura. Who else? Shishupal. Agasura. Kaliya. Keshi demon. Who else? Kamsa. Bakasura. And when you go to sleep, you'll be dreaming of Krishna. And when you wake up, you know what you're going to be thinking of as soon as you wake up? Krishna. As soon as you open your eyes, you're going to say, Krishna! And now, guess what? Game time.
Haribol, who is ready for a game? So today, we're bringing back one of our favorites. Can anyone guess which game this is? Yep, I heard it. We're going to be playing Darshan Detective again. So, you all know how this goes. Let's get started. This is our first. We can just shout it out. We'll keep listening. Okay, so it is Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, but from where?
No.
We heard the right answer.
Mayapur.
This is Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra from Rajpur.
Haribol!
Haribol.
All right, let's move to the next one. You can shout it out. Okay, but from where? From where? GV. Okay, Haribol, that's correct. Okay, but from where? You have to name the location. Okay. I heard Vrindavan.
Vrindavan.
All right. Prabhupada Samadhi from Vrindavan. Haribol. Giraj. From where? Radha Madhav? Okay, Mayapur.
Haribol!
Haribol. Here's the next one.
Panchatattva Mayapur. Shiva.
Keep guessing.
Oh, it's Krishna. Sorry.
It is Krishna Balaram, but from where? Geetavali got it. It's from ISV.
Haribol!
Haribol. Here's the next one. I heard Krishna Balaram, which is true, but it's not from Vrindavan.
Oh, Alachua.
Malini Mataji and Gurudev got
Alachua.
it. It is Alachua.
Haribol.
Here's our next one. Haribol. Can someone guess which temple this is from? Vrindaranya guessed it. It's Atlanta. Haribol. Here's our next one. Keep guessing.
Kishori.
Gurudev got it. It is Kishore Kishori. Here's our next one.
ISV.
Yes, Haribol. It's Vrinda Devi from Vrindakund. Here's our next one. Haribol. Mataji got it. Radha Shyam Sundar from Hungary. Here's our next one. Correct. Radha Landanishwar. Haribol. Here's our next one. Correct. This is Radha Vrindavan Natabara. Haribol. Guess the name of the deity. Yes, it is Gopeshwar Mahadev from Vrindavan. Haribol. you give it away?
Okay. That's correct. Radha Kunj Bihari from Michigan, Detroit.
Here's our next one. From? Yep, it's Radha Madan Mohan from GEV. Here's our next one. Yep, Geetavali got it. It's Radha Vrindavan Chandra from Pune. Here's the next one. I heard it over here. It's Radha Damodar from Vrindavan. Here's the next one. Yes. It's Mahaprabhu and Simantini Devi from Mayapur. Haribol. Here's our next one. Braja got it. It's Balaji from Pune. Here's our last one.
Radha Kala chant.
It is Srinath Ji, but from where? Not Chaupati. Not New Vrindavan. Nope. Keep guessing.
New Vrindavan.
The hint, it's close to home. This is the Srinath Ji from ISV, our original deity from ISV. Haribol.
Before your time. Namo Namo Tulsi Krishna Preyasi Namo Namo Radha Krishna Seva Pabo E Abhilashi Krishna Jinka Naam, Mathura Jinka Naam hai, Gokula Jinka Naam hai. I say Shri Bhagavan ko mere barambar pranam hai. Yashoda Jinka Maya hai, Nanda Jiva Paya hai. I say Shri Gopala ko mere barambar pranam hai. Raja Jinka Jaya hai, Adutta Jinka Maya hai. I say Shri Jnana Shama ko mere barambar pranam hai. Luta Luta Dadi Makana Kayo, Bala Bala Sangha Jenu Sharayo. I say Leela Dama ko mere barambar pranam hai. Drupada Sita ko Raja Pachayo, Raha se Gaja ko Panda Chudayo. I say Kripa Dama ko mere barambar pranam hai. So we had Sadhu Sangha, and some devotees stayed here, I'm assuming. And yesterday we went to Laguna Beach, and there was a wedding. And then we came back last night. Tomorrow, I have a day to get ready. I'm leaving on Tuesday, and I'm going to Bulgaria. If anybody wants to go. And after Bulgaria to Italy, where we have our annual general meeting for the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust, trustees and directors. And then we're going to meet everybody in New York for Rath Yatra, right? Yay! New York Rath Yatra, right? Yay! You're all coming? Okay. And just an observation that life is cheerful and full in Krishna consciousness. Nirkula and I were just thinking last night when we were flying back from Laguna Beach how full of a life it is to have friends, spiritual family members everywhere in the world. When you become part of Krishna's family, then everyone becomes a loving associate. I mean, not everyone's a loving associate necessarily, but everyone becomes dear and respectful, and then some are very close, loving associates, but it's a really big family. And seeing the many generations around the world and experiencing how powerful the transcendental vibration is by distributing it to other people, seeing its effect, is quite enthusing. What have your realizations been lately? Yes.
Like, I heard that plants are living entities, so when we eat plants like spinach, doesn't mean that we are eating like meat.
Pardon me? When you eat a spinach, does it mean you're eating a living entity? Yeah. In the Bhagavatam it said, Ahastani sahastanam aparani chatuspadam palaguni tatra mahatam jivo jivasya jivanam. In the material world, it's the natural law that one living being is food for another. So yes, spinach is a living entity. So continue your questioning. Pretend you're in a court of law and you're doing a cross-examination. What's your next question? Follow-up question. See if she's got counsel over there. Ritvik's counseling her.
Why do we eat living entities?
Well, all the life forms that we eat generally are living entities. And milk, I suppose, is not a living entity, but all the vegetables are. So what's your further question? Did you say why, or did you say, why do we eat living entities? That's the law, how we survive. If you want to live, you have to eat something like fruit, flower, vegetable, milk. Generally, those living entities that we eat in this world are a quota. For instance, the quota of a cow. What's the cow's food generally, would you say? Grass?
Grass or hay?
Huh?
Grass or hay?
Grass or hay. Grass and hay, they're pretty much the same thing. And so those are living entities. Cow eats grass. We can eat eggplant. It's not necessarily eating the living entity, but it's a fruit. It comes from it. But spinach, it's a living entity. So why do we eat them? So we can stay alive. So what's your next question? Try to press it more. Go ahead. Give her counsel.
What is the difference between eating plants and eating meat?
The difference between eating plants and eating meat. Have you ever picked some lettuce from your garden. Do you have a garden? Well, the difference between eating meat and eating something from the garden. One is a animal that would require some kind of violence to eat unless you waited till it died and then you ate it. But the basic reason or difference is that one is something that we would offer to Krishna. For instance, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati taram bhakti paritamashnaami paritatmanaha. If you offer me things like leaves, like spinach is a leaf, right? So spinach you could offer to Krishna. And generally we wouldn't offer meat to Krishna because it requires some violence, and it's also kind of a ghastly thing to do, to kill animals that are very conscious. And so Krishna never asks for things like meat. So basically, we eat what Krishna eats. And Krishna eats things like fruits, flowers, milk, that type of thing. So that's why we eat it. And the reason we don't eat meat is because Krishna doesn't accept it. We don't offer him meat. So we're not really vegetarians per se. We're vegetarians by default because we only eat what Krishna eats. And since Krishna accepts things from those categories, that's why we eat those things. Can you recount what I just told you? Okay, I'll ask. Want me to ask you questions? Go ahead.
We eat things that Krishna eats.
That's right. After we offer them to Krishna, then we eat them, but Krishna never asks us to offer meat, so we don't eat it. If Krishna ate meat, if we accepted it, and there was some such thing as meat prasad, which there isn't, then we'd eat that too, because we're just devotees of Krishna. And we're vegetarians by, do you remember the word I used?
Default.
Yeah, you can be an attorney later if you want. Okay, other reflections, 1, 2.
I was thinking of life as this video game I was playing recently. There's parts that are hard to it, and there's parts that are fun to it, but there's parts that are really boring about it. So for the starting of life, we have to go through school, which is really boring, and we have to do many things, which is boring. But then later on, as we progress as adults, we get to choose our jobs, which might be a little bit more fun than school, which becomes a little better. So I would say it would become in the mediocre section. And then later on, after retirement, at around age 60 or 55-ish, you would have fun living your life, going on vacations, and in a retirement home. So the video game is like this. When you get max level, you're able to just sit there, relax, and help other people out. When you're doing your grinding, it's hard because you have to start with other quests and everything. So life is just like a video game.
I met your aunt, right?
Yeah, at Laguna Beach.
Met your aunt, and who else did I meet? Your uncle?
My nephew. I mean, not my nephew. And then my cousin. Yeah, my cousin, my grandma, and my grandfather.
That's right. I met them all in Laguna Beach. I liked them a lot. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. So when you were reading the Krishna book and we were listening, I really was pondering the word enamored, and it reminded me of this verse that in Srimad Bhagavatam discussion with Dear Prashant Prabhu, we read this verse from the 3rd canto, 14th chapter, which goes, Shraddha dhanaya bhaktaya bruhitad janma vistaram rishena tripyati manaha param kautuhalam hime which is when Vidura is asking Maitreya Muni about the appearance of Lord Varahadev, and he's saying that he's so inquisitive that he wants to hear more and more. It's not enough. So then this reminded me of the word enamored, because in enamored there's the word more, and it's like it's when we love somebody, we want to hear more and more about him. So when we love Krishna, then we want to hear more and more about him. So when we're enamored by Krishna, then we want to hear more and more and read more of the Krishna book. So when you're reading this, I really was thinking about this, and it just goes to show that even in the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, we have the verse, Machita madgata pranabodhayantav parasparam kathayanchas shamam nityam tushyanti charamanti cha. How the devotees of the Lord, they're always talking about the Lord, they're always discussing about the Lord and his features. So we need the association of the devotees, like Sadhu Sangha, for example, for us to be able to talk about the Supreme Personality of Godhead and to learn more and read more about the Lord. So.
Okay, last one. Radha Kripa.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, in Sadhu Sangha, I think this year one thing which was very noticeable, that there are so many devotees which actually flew all over from the US or in the rest part of the world, was lining up, waiting, and even was requesting and asking even 20 seconds of audience with you. And I was just thinking, how important your time is. And then noticeably I felt like, and you have given it all to all of us, and we should use it wisely and be very grateful and mindful about, how your time is important. But then I felt when all other people, those who came from that, they were just thinking, even for 20 seconds. There's one gentleman who came and said, I just want to, meet only for 20 seconds only. Then I felt like, how grateful we are, and we should make every effort to make best use of it. Just thought to say that.
Vaisesika Shiromani said that the largest population at the second largest was from California. First was Florida. They had home field advantage. And they were really impressed with the enthusiasm of all the devotees who crossed the country. It was a miserable flight on the way home, I have to admit. But it was heartening to see the enthusiasm of everyone who was able to come all the way over there to take that opportunity. Such opportunities, when we take advantage of one after another, they become composite in our hearts. And they're blockbusters, spiritual blockbusters that bring us to another level of consciousness by the power of Lord Chaitanya and Lord Ananda's process of chanting Hare Krishna. So we're very fortunate together, all of us, that we've got this community, we have association, we have as much service as we want. Even those who have to move to other places temporarily because of jobs or health or whatever there is, we're still part of the same community. It's a small planet. So if there's some slight adjustment in your geography or schedule, don't worry. We'll all come over, all of us, to Vrindavan and Mayapur and Puri, and we can all be together, but we're all together in the same movement, the same planet, and we're doing the same services. Nobody stays in the same place. If I calculate any of the temples I started in, most of them aren't even there anymore. Some of them, like San Francisco, moved to Berkeley. But there's only one devotee. What's her name? Havardhani? No. Madana Masini. She's still there from the original days. So we all get moved around by time, but because we're all attached to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda through Srila Prabhupada, we're all in the same family. And just thinking out how our mainstay of advancement in devotional services is association with devotees. The more we can take advantage of association with devotees, more we can admire devotees. And I was thinking also about, we don't have to be envious, because Krishna is so opulent that if you just have your own bhajan, it's enough, because Krishna gives everything to everyone all at once. You don't have to worry that somebody got more fame than you do, or they can sing better, or they have better association. We all have an eternal relationship with Krishna, who's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And there's no lack, ever. That feeling of, oh, I didn't get it, or somebody else is better than me, or something. We don't have to have that. It's not necessary. We can just be sincere and chant Hare Krishna and take shelter of Krishna and be very, very, very grateful. And I see the devotees who are most advanced, they're joyful when they see other devotees advancing. When they see others that have shining qualities, they become gleeful. And that's real life. There's no end to the happiness that we experience when we feel grateful for devotees. And we love devotees because they're loved by Krishna. That's real life. And we're all very, very fortunate. Somehow we've been given this opportunity. Who knows how long it will last? But we don't even care. When I saw Indradumna Maharaj, I just think of his spirit, how he doesn't care where he goes as long as he's preaching and discovering some new miracle everywhere he goes, which is what always happens. And the devotees are mentioned by Lord Shiva when he says, Narayana Paraksarvena Kutashchana Bibhyati Swarga Pavarga Narakeshu Apitulyarta Darshina. That they don't mind whatever the condition, wherever they go, because their only impetus in life is, how can we push on the Sankirtan movement somewhere else? And it's always bliss. That ocean is ever increasing. So we have been given this whole Bay Area. And the Bay Area is a palette like no other has ever been in the world. We can use this time while we're here. All of you, undoubtedly great souls, have somehow or other been stationed here by Krishna. Make no mistake about it. It's not your company, it's Krishna. And this is one of the greatest opportunities in history to stake a claim here in the Bay Area for Krishna consciousness. So we need profuse distribution of Krishna consciousness. We should flood the Bay Area with prasadam. Everybody should get some piece of prasadam in the whole Bay Area. So count how many people there are, and then get that many plates. And not just on Janmashtami, but as many times a week as possible. We should make sure that everybody knows what Prabhupada's books are, and they have them in their home one way or another, or their truck, or their on their scooter, or wherever it may be. And everybody should be able to hear the holy name somewhere or another from some street corner and be familiar with Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So that's our job. And I'm very grateful. Nirkula and I talk about it all the time, how fortunate we are. And we're always hankering to come home. That means we hanker a lot these days. And thank you for all of you who work so hard, and the deity worship and the sound system. Boy, you don't get sound like this anywhere. Ramananda Saka, thank you, and your team. I like it that you're always thinking about how to make it better. And it's always increasing. And the garlands, the garland department, book distribution, the making devotees, the kitchen. Prabhupada said, you should do everything first class, and then he doubled back and he said, no, everything should be better than first class. And, just the little things make a big difference. Like, for instance, keeping the temple clean. It shows love. And also, when you come in the shoe rack, everything's neat. If somebody comes here and they see every shoe is lined up, there's a consciousness that's created here. That's Krishna consciousness, because you're aware this is Krishna's place. And so we have this beautiful place, best floor in the movement. There is no floor like this anywhere, I guarantee you. And we have everything. We have everything and more than we can expect. So, dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Shri Panchatattva, Shri Shri Gaurnitai, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Shri Lakshmi Nrsimhadev, if you so desire, please let our hearts be overflooded with gratitude for all that you're giving us, moment to moment. And please let us love devotees and respect them, even if they're not up to our standard, we should still respect them from a distance. And please let us serve the devotees, let us always remain humble, and please let us forge a Krishna conscious society here in the Bay Area by profusely distributing Krishna consciousness, as is the desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda. Thank you for considering our request. Om Tat Sat. Everyone agrees with this prayer in whole or in part. Please unmute and say Hare Krishna. Vanchakalpadrishcha kripasinnabevacha patitanam pavanibhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Free gift. I have free gift. Where's my free gift? You think there's enough in here? I'm not sure. Maybe. Yes. It looks like it, doesn't it? This is adult. What's that say?
This one is you.
That's a keeper. Okay. I think I'll move off the carpet.